Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So let's just get right into it, because this week of July 20th to the 24th is giving me a massive headache. We have to talk about Kristen DiMera, because Kristen is apparently saying goodbye to Salem. Yeah, you heard me. Goodbye. But it is never that simple with her, is it? And we need to start with this incredibly heavy scene at Bayview. So Kristen goes to visit Rachel Black, who is still locked up in that psychiatric facility, which is a whole nother tragedy we don't even have time to fully unpack today. But Kristen is there, and she is just holding Rachel, holding her so tight like her life depends on it. And Kristen looks at her daughter, and she is so emotional, and she says, "You are my heart." And it's a lot. Then she keeps going. She tells Rachel, "You are my greatest treasure. I want your life to be bright and beautiful." And you guys, I actually felt a tear in my eye. Me, crying for Kristen DiMera. What is happening to me? Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It was a genuinely heartbreaking moment between a very damaged mother and her very damaged daughter. But then there is Brady. Brady Black is just standing there watching this whole thing happen. And he looks so frustrated. Just standing there with that classic Brady scowl, looking completely exhausted by Kristen's theatrics. But does Brady actually realize that this isn't just a regular visitation day? Because Kristen isn't just giving her kid a pep talk. She is saying goodbye. Or rather, she is preparing to run. She is running for her life. Because if she doesn't run, EJ is going to make her disappear. Let's back up a little bit. A few episodes ago, we found out what EJ's grand master plan for his sister actually is. EJ is going full Stefano right now. He is wearing the ring, he is making the threats, he is burying arsenic-laced Coracil pills on Smith Island. He is a monster. And his plan for Kristen? He wants to banish her to a DiMera-owned island for the rest of her life. Just dump her on a deserted rock so she is completely out of sight and out of mind. What is it with this family and islands? Meliswen, Maison Blanche, the island Sarah was stashed on. It is like the DiMeras have a real estate portfolio exclusively made up of kidnapping islands. But what were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? EJ thinks he can just box Kristen up and ship her away because she tried to use Sophia to kill Johnny in that apartment fire. And maybe I'm being too harsh on EJ? I mean, Kristen did try to kill his son. That is horrible. Really, really bad. So maybe EJ's justified in wanting her gone. Actually, no, I'm changing my mind. EJ is just as bad. They are all terrible people playing God with each other's lives. But EJ's plan has a massive, glaring flaw. And that flaw is Lexie Carver. So earlier in the week, Lexi actually warns Kristen about EJ's island banishment plan. Lexi! I know, right? I was shocked too. Lexi and Kristen have never exactly been best friends. There has been so much tension there, but you have to look at the bigger pattern here. Lexi is furious with EJ. EJ brought her back from the dead with Dr. Rolf's Versavic's drug, and now the drug is failing, and Lexi's probably going to die again. She literally yelled at EJ for playing God. So maybe Lexi warning Kristen was her way of getting back at EJ. Her way of proving that EJ does not control the universe. By tipping Kristen off, Lexi just handed Kristen the biggest upper hand she could possibly get. EJ thinks he has the element of surprise, but he doesn't. Kristen knows exactly what is coming. Which brings us to the escape plan. Kristen knows she has to disappear before EJ makes her disappear. So she is at Bayview. hugging Rachel, telling her she wants her life to be bright and beautiful. But Kristen is not going to leave Rachel behind. There's no way. Kristen is going to try to break Rachel out of Bayview and run away with her. But how is she going to pull that off? Bayview is a secure facility. Then again, this is Kristen DiMera we are talking about. She has masks, she has money, she has secret tunnels. She will probably drug a guard or wear a Sarah Horton mask or something crazy. But the real question is, will they actually escape? Will Kristen and Rachel make it to a private jet or a boat and just vanish into the night? I honestly don't think it is going to be that easy because EJ is not stupid. And EJ has Rita. EJ's new favorite lackey. We know Rita caught Johnny snooping around the DiMera Pharmaceuticals mess, so she is clearly doing all of EJ's dirty work right now. I have this terrible feeling that EJ and Rita are going to intercept them. Imagine Kristen and Rachel running through the woods or running down the docks, and suddenly Rita steps out of the shadows with a gun. Are EJ and Rita going to stop them and kidnap both the mother and the daughter? If EJ sends Rachel to an island too, Brady will literally burn Salem to the ground. And speaking of people EJ wants to get rid of, what about Gwen? The fans on social media have been pointing this out all week, and I totally agree. Gwen has become EJ's latest enemy because she knows too much about the hospital and Dr. Rolf's lab. It is hard not to wonder if Gwen is heading for that exact same DiMera island. Imagine Kristen and Gwen stuck on a tropical island together for the rest of their lives. They would either kill each other or take over the world. Probably both. So, what happens next? If Kristen grabs Rachel and makes a run for it, what does Brady do? He is standing right there at Bayview watching them. If he realizes Kristen is trying to break their daughter out, will he stop her? Brady is so frustrated with Kristen, but he also knows that EJ is a complete psychopath right now. Maybe Brady will actually help Kristen escape? Okay, no. That is a stretch. Brady would never let Kristen take Rachel on the run again. But if Brady tries to stop Kristen, he might inadvertently hand her right over to EJ and Rita. It is a complete mess. I am just so stressed out watching this unfold. You guys know I have been following this show forever, and this storyline just feels so heavy. The stakes are so high. Kristen is literally fighting for her life and her daughter's life, and EJ is just sitting in his mansion acting like a mob boss. I want Rachel to be safe, but with Kristen as her mother and EJ as her uncle, that poor kid doesn't stand a chance. We will have to wait and see if Kristen can actually pull off this great escape, or if EJ's island is about to get a new permanent resident. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because my brain is officially out of order for the day.